and welcome back. Have you ever noticed that some memories contain completely random details that seem totally irrelevant? A barking dog, a strange smell, a song playing in the background, the colour of somebody's jacket, the fact that it suddenly started raining, and yet people remember them. Why? Because that's how real memories often work. Hi, I'm Steve Van Appen, and today we're looking at findings from memory research, the strange little details that often appear in genuine memories. But before we start, no single behaviour proves deception on its own. We always look for patterns or groups or clusters across multiple behaviours in the surrounding context. All right, let's get into it. Think about a memorable event from your own life, not a story you've told 100 times, an actual memory. What do you remember? Often it's not just the main event, it's the strange things that surround it. You remember the smell, the weather, the music, the dog barking next door, the person wearing a ridiculous hat, the awkward silence, the coffee stain on the table. Why? Because real memories aren't recorded like a movie. They're experienced through multiple senses. Researchers Johnson and Ray discovered something interesting when studying memory. Genuine memories often contain sensory and contextual information, but because that's what the brain stores. Let me show you. Imagine somebody says, I went to a cafe. Okay, now compare that with I went to a cafe. And I remember that there was a baby crying the entire time. It was driving everyone crazy. Now notice the difference. That second detail wasn't important to the story, but it was part of the experience. And that's what makes it interesting. Let's look at another example. Imagine somebody says, I attended a meeting. Now compare that with I attended a meeting and the air conditioning was so cold, everybody kept complaining. Again, the detail isn't that important, but it's memorable. Reality monitoring research suggests that genuine memories often contain these peripheral details, the little things, the seemingly irrelevant things, if you like, because people don't just remember events, they remember experiences. Now again, that doesn't mean every random detail equals the truth. People can invent details, people can exaggerate, people can prepare stories, or they may be embarrassed. That's why context matters. But genuine memories often contain information that wasn't necessary, information that wasn't strategically useful, information that simply happened to be there. Let's look at one final example. Imagine someone describes a first date and they say, I honestly can't remember what we ate, but I do remember the waiter dropping a tray of glasses. Interesting. Why would they remember that? Because it stood out, because it happened, because memory often attaches itself to unexpected moments. Researchers have repeatedly found that genuine memories are rich in contextual and sensory information, not always, but often. And those small details can tell us a lot about how the memory was formed. So let's recap. Watch out for unexpected sensory details, irrelevant contextual details, background events, peripheral observations, and memories that feel experienced rather than constructed, because sometimes the most revealing part of a memory isn't the main event at all. It's the little detail nobody needed to remember. Just some references as usual. Johnson and Ray, Reality Monitoring, Albert Ridge, Detecting Lies and Deceit, and Memory Source Monitoring Research. Now, if you found this useful, comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you like, and share this video with someone who you think may need it, because once you understand human behaviour, you start hearing the truth very differently.